before this last one, but has been away while Ben has been kind of on the grind.
Ben's at it, you know, feels like almost every tournament. You know, in addition to
we appreciate that.
helping to run events such as these, so that's pretty cool. Got a shout out to DC.
Active community member from all angles, which is always what you love to see. I'm gonna put my hair up real quick.
Yeah, so you can already see that, like, you know, Ben missed like one grab, and like, you know, Dante was able to really capitalize on that, get a lot of damage off of that, and kind of, Marth is not a good character who is great off stage in terms of like recovering, and Falcon can take advantage of that incredibly easily. You know, just there's so many options for Falcon to like attack Marth off stage, whether it's up air, whether it's neutral air and such. So, you know, Marth has to be really careful when recovering, not to just get hit by anything. And now, typically speaking, it's actually kind of similar with the edge guard and with Marth against Falcon as well, because, you know, Falcon only really has a couple of predictable recovery options, as you can see there. So really this matchup is like an explosive matchup, like who can like get knocked off stage first, because the edge guard for both of these is pretty reliable and like pretty like strong from both sides. So yeah. So Ben's going for a lot of grabs here, which I like. Grabs are like really effective as Marth against Falcon, because like Falcon is not great in terms of like aerial, like, you know, just be able to move. So you can kind of like juggle Falcon a lot and, you know, get Falcon off stage.
Yeah, and I think that I would say that I agree that it is kind of a battle towards the edge guard. That's where you're funneling your openings into. But I would say that I think that personally, Falcon probably has the better end of it.
Right.
Just because, like, having hack stash which is fully invincible and is not even as risky when you get, like, the ledge stolen from you. And then also having, like, stomp and knee compared to when Marth is forcing you onto stage and then he has, like, forward smash, but it's probably not going to be tipper. And then, like, you know, just weaker hits in general. I think Falcon can end up living a lot of times where Marth wouldn't. But that being said, I think Marth just has a better time in the neutral, right? So that's kind of the historical kind of story behind this matchup is, like, you know, the Marth punish isn't quite as good as, or at least not as straightforward as the Falcons, but, you know, you have a better time in neutral, you wall them out, all that stuff. So we'll see which one of those can prevail. We're seeing the edge guard from Dante's end a little bit nervous to go for the hack stash, but yeah, gets that up throw knee.
Great up tilt there. Could have gotten maybe a little bit more, but
yeah, it can be tough in this matchup sometimes at lower percents. Honestly, with both characters, like, if Falcon gets a really juicy hit, then yeah, but like at really low percents, they are kind of, I don't know, they kind of just flail around a little bit sometimes, and then the other one kind of gets out. But yeah, this is a great position for BS. Gonna be able to read the drift. And that's 1-0 for Benjamin.
Is his name actually Benjamin, or is it just Ben?
So I actually have no idea. I always just assumed that, like, that people named Ben are named Benjamin, but I know that that's, like, not actually true.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who, like, are named the shortening of the name without actually being, like, the full name. I had a friend who was named Jerry, and people, like, there's one time this teacher tried to do, like, the whole, like, you know, say their full name as, like, a, you know, you're kind of scary. You're like their mom or whatever. And
no, it's like Bob and like Robert, basically.
Oh, thank you.
It's like some people are just named Bob, and if that's short for like Bobber, like
yeah,
it's just Bob, which is
it's actually a dying breed. There's less Bobs than there's ever been.
Yeah, it's the John Boy's video.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The Bob emergency.
The Bob emergency. That's a great video.
Yeah,
anyone who hasn't watched it, any of you gamers out there who love Summoning Salt, you should watch John Blah, because he basically is like the blueprint for Summoning Salt, except for he does it about sports. But I promise, just because a ball is involved, you'll still like it. It's like the same stuff.
You know, it's stuff. You know, it's just videos about like stories. You know,
yeah,
like the history of Seattle Mariners. Like that's the history of Minnesota Vikings. Like it's so good. Anyway, Melee. Very, very nice combo.
Yeah, Nair into run F smash has become like a classic in these last few years where when you DI in on the Nair, it actually ends up like your DI can be so good that it's actually bad and you can get like hit for it. And so Marth have actually, even though traditionally it's been kind of used as like almost a combo ender, they've been using it as an extender in certain positions.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool new like technical innovation in the Marth community. Because
Yeah.
like, sometimes like neutral air can be actually a not great move in neutral because you can run towards neutral air, get shielded, and then kind of get like wrecked because of that. But
Yeah.
I think with good DI, you can kind of make it a more safe option.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh. Yeah, kind of in an awkward position, getting that like tipper fair into, whatever. Oh my God, just lands with the knee. Will that be it? Will that be
No.
curtains? Get up attack goes into
Oh,
a tech
another
chase,
knee. There we go. That was a great follow-up.
It was a great follow-up, but Dante did not like it. It was not guaranteed, and I think it was not happy about that.
Alright. Let's see if we can get something here. Oh, nice.
Nice
See if
CC.
we can-
A lot of times against Falcon, like it's a pretty safe bet in those kind of scramble situations to just hold down because like Falcon has jab into Gentleman, but after that, the next fastest option is like much slower.
It's like we kind of had like a bit of a reversal there. I thought Dante
Yeah.
was gonna get the edge guard, but it turns out to be Ben's edge guard instead.
Yeah, that was good stuff from Ben. Taking this 2-0 so far. We'll see. Back to Stadium.
Yeah, I'm curious about the stage pick because typically I see a lot of Falcons go to FD versus Marth, and a lot.
I think that this one can be almost just as good. I think that the thing is like you do get nerfed a little bit from Falcon on the recovery side when you're on FD. You really don't have like as many places to go. You don't have like the opportunity to edge cancel your up B or just go onto platforms. And from the Falcons end, like tech chasing on the platforms is actually really good because up air can just cover basically everything.
Right.
So I think it can end up being like pretty good. You also get earlier kills, and there's still that like really a lot of space and like right there.
Yeah,
you get from the platform, but like how much does that actually matter, right? So I think that you can really go either way.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of comfort. If this was unfrozen rule set, I would totally agree though. Then we should definitely see FD. But I think on unfrozen, I think it's totally fair to go either one. Oh, nice. Reading a lot of these spot dodges. Ben going for, it's kind of a risky option as Marth.
Yeah, Dante's really going in a lot on like Ben. It feels like a lot more than like the previous two games. It's like really, trying to like attack Marth and like, bait out a lot of those like bad laggy moves.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like sometimes you're just not quite on the margin where you're getting everything true, and you need to recognize that and then look for the next option afterwards. And I think Dante has made that adjustment very well this set, or this game.
Yeah, I'm really seeing like the pressure. It doesn't really feel like Ben can like get much off right now because Dante just like absolutely going in with a lot of like up airs, with a lot of neutral airs, and just other stuff. But hey, momentum can change quickly.
Yeah, and Dante's a funny player because it will shake its head in places where you would think that the player cams are like reversed because like you watch it do like a good combo and then the head gets shaken. You gotta decipher the code.
Appearance of the Raptor boost. You don't see that one all the time.
It's actually, I think, not bad versus Marth that like to jump. If they're on the ground, it kind of sucks, but in the air, it can be all right, I think. Because you go so low, you can get under Nair, you can get under, like, try to get through a late fair early. But it is definitely really risky. And we're seeing the Pikachu on FD. I think this is,
Pikachu, all right.
You get a chain grab, and the chain grab is very good. It basically just kills, I think. That being said, though, you do still get the same kind of, like...
Oh, unfortunate.
You get the same kind of combos.
Oh, the homie stock.
Dante did not like that. Dante did not like that one bit. Gave Ben the death stare. You can see Ben a little flushed, a little embarrassed. Broke the social code.
Well, I guess we'll have to see what happens from there.
Yeah. We're playing Smash Ultimate right now. 3-stock rule set.
So I don't really know too much about what kind of how is this for best matchup for Pikachu and like Falcon? Like,
yeah, so the big crux of the matchup is what you just saw with that tail spike. It is one of the most effective ways to gimp fast fallers in the entire game. Tail spike is so good. It goes underneath a lot of recoveries, which is actually really important because a lot of recoveries are they're going up, and they expect your opponent to be above them, so they're covering above them, right? But if you're underneath them, that can break a lot of things. And so that's a really big wedge in the matchup. Up air can combo really well. You also just have a chain grab, which is huge. We haven't actually seen that yet. We've mostly just seen the edge guards from Pikachu. Pikachu also has a really good time recovering.
Right.
It's very hard to edge guard that up B. All that being said, though, I've said a lot of advantage for Pikachu. I actually think that Falcon still wins this matchup, though, because Falcon just has the range advantage, has the speed advantage, can also combo Pikachu very well. It's really just about like matchup knowledge and awareness and avoiding those kind of big, pitfalls. And it's definitely harder on this stage, though. I think Pikachu could definitely win on FD.
Yeah, it seems like Ben's getting just a lot of those things that you mentioned, a lot of like easy like gimps and like a lot of like comboing a Falcon.
Yeah, but as we just saw, like, Falcon can combo back. And Pikachu is not that heavy.
Right.
We just saw the knee almost getting the job done there. Yeah, and I don't know if you have knee true off up throw, but you definitely have up air, which is, the second best thing. And yeah, this is the last talk. If Ben gets a grab, then it's probably going to be over. But
we
Dante
haven't really
can
seen the chain grab much this
I don't think we've seen
game,
any grabs
so
actually.
maybe we'll see it last stock. Who knows?
The thing is, though, sometimes you don't even need it. Sometimes just the threat of it is enough. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, Dante's not in a bad spot here. If you get another stomp, then that could be big.
Another stomp knee.
Oh my God! It sends
it.
so far away, man. Like
Dante
was
tail.
so far into the stage, and then the tail spike is just.
Yeah, that tail's lethal. All right.
That tail is lethal.
Hopefully River gets here soon, but good luck. Have fun, Eve.
No, you're good. I commentate the solo all the time.
Yeah.
It's no biggie.
Cool. That was fun.
Thank you. It was fun for me as well.
I didn't know how I did. I've never done commentary before that.
I thought you did great.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll hop by in. All right.
As you guys see, the biggest development of this tournament, I put up my hair because it's all about me, baby.